Every year, India and Bangladesh exchange thousands of truck loaded with goods, from garments, chemicals to fruits and fish. But this year, something has changed. Today, we'll talk about the rising tension between India and Bangladesh. The new policies introduced by Bangladesh interim government under Mohammad Yunus. Let's see how India replied and what it means to truck owners, small businesses, and the economic. Welcome to Logics by FR8, where we simplify trucking and logistics with clear and expert insights. In the financial year 2025-2026 began with a lot of challenges for India, especially by US, and regionally Bangladesh changed its trade policies major with a political shift. Earlier under Sheikh Hasina government, Bangladesh and India had a very friendly trade relationship. About 700 to 800 trucks crossed from Petropol to Benapol daily. India exported textiles like chemicals, machines, while Bangladesh gave back jute, fish and fruits. The BBIN initiative and multimodal transport helped the northeast of India to grow fast. Custom delays were manageable and drivers had regular work. But now it's changed. After Hasina left, Mohammad Yunus took charge as PM interim. After that, Bangladesh made several changes which upsetted India. Now let's look at the Bangladesh's new trade action April 2025. Higher import taxes on Indian goods like rice, yarn, milk powder and tobacco. And also complete ban on some Indian imports. A new transit fee of 1.8 Bangladeshi taka per ton per kilometer, which increased logistics cost for Indians. Do you know how we responded? Banned the import of Bangladeshi goods like ready-made garments, food products, juices and furniture. Blocked road transport for Bangladeshi goods, forcing them to only use Kolkata and Nhava Sheva seaport. This seriously damaged Bangladesh's biggest export business. Over 93% of Bangladesh 563 crore of ready-made garments which was relied on trucks which used to travel from Petropol Road is now blocked. Indian trucking industry is losing 10 crore in everyday due to halting the roads. And West Bengal border trade also dropped by 50%. Over 1,300 trucks are stuck in Petropol and Benapol border. Around 36 trucks carrying 5.5 crores worth of garment is stuck in no man's land with no movement and no resolution. Drivers are suffering because of this, with not having a basic food like murmura and also being stuck at the same place without having shelter or any safety place. They fear crossing the border due to the rising tensions and delays. A World Bank study shows that crossing the India-Bangladesh border takes 138 hours, 22 documents, 55 official signatures. That's a huge burden on transporter and a massive delay. India ended the 2022 transshipment, which allowed Bangladesh to send their garments to Europe and Middle East via Indian ports. This has disrupted Dhaka's logistics and raised the shipping cost. Mohammad Yunus shifted Bangladesh policy towards China. He took 2.1 billion from Chinese investment, including the Testa River project, which is sensitive for India. He made controversial statements like Northeast is locked up and also being dependent on Bangladesh, while offering trade routes access to China. This increased mistrust between India and Bangladesh. The Yunus's silence in India-Pakistan tension and also the closeness with China has made the situation worse. India says its action is aligned with the Atmanirbhar Bharat. Let's see how. First is support for local industry. By restricting Bangladeshi garment imports, India boosts its own textile industry, especially in Assam and Tripura. Second is reducing dependency. India wants to rely less on Bangladesh for imports and transshipment and make its own supply chain more strong. Third is reciprocity. India argues that market should be equal to both countries. If Bangladesh blocks its road, India will do the same to it. But it comes with risk also, because India's restrictions has hit 770 million worth of Bangladeshi's exports, leading to higher cost for Indian importers and customers. Second is trucks are being stuck for days and they're not getting paid properly. Retailers, consumers, everyone are broke in the system. Third is SME depending on import-export businesses are also facing issues because of the delay of deliveries and cost. Fourth is local economic crisis. Border district in West Bengal are facing livelihood crisis because trade and transport jobs are vanished. Fifth is regional trade are at risk. According to the World Bank, South Asia's trade is only 5% of all its trade, far lower than ASEAN's 25% or EU's 60%. The India-Bangladesh tension threatens BBIN that it could destroy 44 billion of economic opportunities in their regions. To avoid long-term damages, both countries should sit and talk and take some actions for lowering tariff and restarting transshipment agreements, and also introduce single window clearance and electronic paperwork to reduce the delays caused in the borders. And it would be better if they upgrade infrastructures in key points like Petropol and Akhara, like warehouses or a parking space, so that it could be more beneficial for the truck owners. While Indian policies may support industries in short terms, but both are losing in long runs due to delays, losses, and instability. The solution is not escalation, it's cooperation. Trade should build bridges, not borders. Let us know what you think about this content in the comment section. Thank you for watching.